Imagine losing your house, your car, or even your money to law enforcement, but not being charged with or convicted of a crime.
The presumption of innocence that applies in every criminal case, which is mandated by the Constitution, does not apply in the civil forfeiture arena.
Civil forfeiture is happening in towns and cities across the country, and it is perfectly legal.
But the defendant is a piece of property. It's not a person, and that makes forfeiture really an unusual legal concept.
Matthew Lee is an attorney at the firm Blank Rome in Philadelphia. He says civil forfeiture has been around for hundreds of years, but during the Reagan administration, laws were written to allow the federal government to seize property connected to drug criminals.
They wanted to be able to take away the tools of their trade, the tools that allowed drug kingpins to facilitate the massive trafficking of narcotics.
States and local municipalities wrote their own forfeiture laws, and today proceeds from the sale of seized property can be used by those agencies in the war on drugs. In Philadelphia, Courtroom 478 is where the civil forfeiture process begins. It's where the prosecutor and the property owners first meet. Usually, the property owner is not represented by a lawyer, and because forfeiture is a civil proceeding and not criminal, there is no right to an attorney.
A lay person with no training in the law has an extraordinarily difficult time navigating the Courtroom 478 process. Frankly, many lawyers have a difficult time navigating that process.
Lee is also the president of the pro bono arm of the Philadelphia Bar Association, Philadelphia VIP, a clearinghouse that matches up lawyers with low-income clients who need attorneys. If you receive a notice of a civil forfeiture proceeding, Lee suggests, don't ignore the initial paperwork. Show up at the place, date, and time on the notice you receive. And perhaps the most important thing is to try to find a lawyer. There are legal service organizations that can help with what's called the innocent owner defense.
You have to prove in a court of law that you were not involved in the underlying criminal activity and that you weren't aware of the underlying criminal activity.
Lee believes that if property owners were granted the right to an attorney, that it would level the playing field.
Because right now, the way the system works, it is horribly out of balance, and it is weighted greatly in favor of the government and against the homeowner.
In Philadelphia, this is Ed Alpern for the Lawyers.com channel.